Hey everybody, it's Jennifer
and Allison,
and we're AJ & Co. and we're here today with a couple of 4th of July crafts. So let's get started.
All right, the first craft that we're going to make is actually going to be a craft that I bought the pieces from Dollar Tree. They came as these large pennants. I kind of took some of the pieces, but I had seen something that I wanted to copy. So I said, let me take these pennants. They were only $1. I got 5 of them. Let me cut them down to make some different shapes. And I'm going to show you how we can make 2 smaller garlands for an entryway table or something along those lines, or just to kind of hang up, just to decorate for 4th of July. So we'll get started. So the first thing I did, of course, was to cut them down. And I wanted to get these 2 different sizes so I could show you 2 different types of pennants. So I did that. She's going to do this one and I'm going to do this one.
All right.
So we had our beads, and so what we wanted to do is, because the pennants were a little different sizes and we wanted to, you know, not be overpowering with the beads, she's actually going to use the smaller beads. Jennifer's going to use the smaller beads for the smaller pennants here, and I'm going to use a mix of 2 large beads and a small bead for the pennants here. So the first thing we kind of did was we tied off our string.
I didn't tie off my string, sorry.
Well, you don't have to tie off your string, just so that if while you're starting it doesn't fall off the other end. That's kind of why I do it. I'm famous for starting it and then my beads just roll off. And what you could do also, just to kind of make sure that your pennant stayed, is maybe just tack it with a little bit of hot glue. If you don't mind putting that hot glue gun on, because I think we might just want to do that.
Okay.
Just to kind of make sure that our pennant doesn't move. Right. That'll kind of help it too.
It'll be ready in a minute.
I'll go ahead and string everything on.
I don't know what it is about red, white, and blue, but it really is pretty together.
It is, and you guys want to do some nice little crafts, but you don't want to spend a bunch of money for just, you know, the one day, or if you like to leave them up, you know, you could do it for the month of July, whatever your preference is. But sometimes if you just want to do something real quick, just to kind of get you a nice little craft that you can have.
Fed it from the wrong side.
I did that too. I had to take it back off and do it again.
These would be cute for Memorial Day and Labor Day, anything like that. If you own a yacht and you're going on a regatta.
You want to do a birthday party? Somebody has a sailing themed birthday party, something like that.
A military retirement?
Yeah, you could use these again.
I've done one of those.
So there's lots of different ways that you can use this.
This is really cute. That did it too, that one frayed out. It's like the blue fabric, it's not quite as stiff.
It's not
as the red and clear.
Yeah. I think probably because that red, what they use to make the red and natural looking one, it almost looks like a type of tape.
It's much thicker.
Yeah.
Stiffer. All right.
Moving along. Beads.
I don't know how long you want this end to be beyond the beads. But I'll tie it as best I can right here, and then I won't cut it off. Let's see. We got a pretty good piece off of each end. Oh, I don't want it to bunch though.
Yeah, I was thinking if we don't hot glue it, that we might have some bunching.
I think this little bead choice for this one's a better way to go. I think those bigger beads would really overpower the size of the pennant, as well as the weight. Would have been way too much for it, given that yours are a little bit thicker, wider. rather. Maybe instead of gluing the beads, we should glue the flags. I'm all off screen, sorry.
That's okay. We'll put it back on the screen.
Trying to get it straight for you.
Yeah, so this is really why we want to go back and glue it. Because if we don't, I just think it's gonna bunch.
That's why I think it might be better to glue it at the fabric than at the bead. But I could be wrong. It's hard to say. It's cute though.
I think you're right. I think at the bead. I mean at the fabric.
Yeah. I think if we turn them over and put a touch of glue here at each one of these holes on the back side, then you won't see it from the front, but it should hold it in place. Because see, I put some here and that might keep that one bead there, but then it's all chunky gunky on the bead and I don't like that. All right.
So we'll just wait for our glue gun, get that dried, and then we'll be able to
Let's see.
go from there.
The big blob. I'll probably glue it to the table. It's just so hot. Hence the name hot glue, right?
Here's your little finger thing.
Molten glue. I don't know.
Those finger things are great.
There was one in that tray, but I don't know where it is now.
Well, if you don't have a finger thing,
A finger cover.
a finger cover, I definitely recommend you get one. Those things are fantastic. I never had one before, so I've had
I've got them somewhere. It's
many
just a matter
injuries.
of finding them.
with my glue gun.
Hot glue injuries. Oops, so just a little bit of this on here. A globule of glue. I think this might help too to keep it from fraying out anymore.
It might too. It might also protect that hole, like you were saying, just
Yeah, I
to kind of
think so.
reinforce it just a little bit. And you can go back and clean up the strings,
Oh yeah.
but you really shouldn't see much of it.
No, you shouldn't really see it from the front.
All right, so we're gonna do the same thing with this one. I'm gonna flip it over,
I'm gonna tie this off
and then we will.
and I'll get it out of the way.
All right, so we've glued that again like we did with the other one. Just kind of let this dry just for a couple seconds before we flip it over.
Yeah, we might glue it to the table.
Yeah, maybe pull out some of the strings while we're doing that. But we will show you. So we'll flip this one over. Oh, good. And that helped it to stay. So we've got that one. And then we have this one.
Super cute.
So 2 garlands for basically some beads that we already had on hand and some jute that we already had on hand. And well, actually, it actually came with some jute. We just chose a smaller, finer piece just because we thought it was a little bit bigger with the smaller holes that we did choose to put in at this time. And then we were able to make 2 garlands. So really super quick. I think for $1 and whatever the beads cost, maybe $2.
Yeah, maybe.
$2.50. We have 2 garlands that we can hang up for 4th of July and decorate a, like I said, entryway table or wherever you wanted to put these. So I think they turned out really cute.
I do too. All right, guys. Thanks. See you later. Bye.